Man, I want to.
Benjamin won.
No, I know that. Yep.
No, I just didn't know if you were thinking of that or not.
No, that's the thing.
Sure.
If anything, I wonder like how many times they faced off against each other, Orton and Benjamin before Benjamin went to do the ROH thing for a while.
Oh, I don't know. Somebody fact check. Or you listeners fact checked us.
Yeah. But either way,
email us. Let us know.
Yeah, boom at.
We don't have an email.
No, SBFC. SBFC pod. Oh my god. Why do I have to be in charge of everything? I'm so dumb.
Because you're the most tech savvy out of all of us.
That's not a fact.
And you just chose to be, though.
That's
a fact. Okay. Yeah, it's SBFC podcast at Gmail. With .com at the end of that, in case you haven't touched a computer in a while.
Hopefully he remembers the password to the email.
I gotta remember that too.
Damn it!
But you can email us, or like a lazy human, you can just find us on Twitter.
See, I'm just gonna listen back so I can hear that email one more time because I'm gonna mess with you a lot.
I'm gonna get signed up. It's gonna get signed up for like kitty cat pictures or something like that. Daily kitty cat pictures.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
All right.
It's gonna be this dingy.
Hit that buzzer. We're done with that segment.
That doesn't look like a cat. But yeah, you can find us on Twitter, Slam Cries Pod. You can tag us and message us there. Moving on. We are on to the next. I think we kind of agreed on the Benjamin versus Orton segment. We move on to Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev Day against AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. Which I like seeing Gallows and Anderson kind of jump from one show to the next and still having a cohesive group. Yeah.
Do you think now that AJ's back with Gallows and Anderson, they can go back to their favorite thing doing is beat up John Cena?
John Cena will be around for a while.
But I really, when AJ was running his heel thing,
that was a fun.
That was just fun. Everything was, we're gonna beat up John Cena.
Yeah,
that was just real fun. I hope they do it again. Don't judge me like that.
Well, and I enjoyed them going from that when AJ had to leave the fold, and Gallows and Anderson starting to do the whole nerds thing. Like, it's so stupid, but it's great. It's fun.
The change will be good for them because on Raw they were starting to become jobbers, and they're too talented to be in that position.
And they didn't come from Japan.
Right. Exactly.
But not even the club can beat Nakamura.
Well, see, this though is what I don't like about Nakamura. Awesome story going with AJ. Great heel heat. He is truly one of the hated guys out there, and you got a lot of people where. It reminds me of Ciampa, where they legitimately hate him. Even though he's super talented, they hate him as a character. And then you put Rusev and Aiden English in there, which I know they're supposed to be heels, but with the Rusev Day, they're those heels that get cheered.
Yeah.
So if you put them with Nakamura, it is kind of lightening the fact of his heel heat, I feel.
Yeah.
Or were they trying to get a rub?
They wanted to push Rusev more heel leading into the Undertaker casket match, but it's still...
You think it went...
I don't like... I mean, I didn't see the match, so I don't know what kind of reaction there was, but just knowing... what kind of reaction they've had in the past.
I think it was more or less just trying to get some of their bigger talents on there.
Before.
Yeah.
I really like the ending where Anderson basically sacrificed himself from a Kinshasa. Was really cool because you don't see that very often.
Kinshasa!
And then AJ taking the low blow, Nakamura hits that on Anderson and then kind of looks around, picks Anderson up again, and AJ couldn't make it because he had been kicked in the ding-ding so hard, and just that last-minute dive, but didn't get there, so I had to watch his best friend get kneed to the face again.
Yeah. Which I think it's helping Nakamura get his heel heat even more in that aspect, and really doing this character rehabilitation that they're doing with him to make him more heel.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys see that somebody translated Nakamura's new music?
No, but I love his music.
Yes, it is awesome, but they translated all the new Japanese lyrics, and all it is kick him in the balls, kick him in the balls.
No way.
No, it's not.
Gotcha.
Because he doesn't just kick him; he punches him in the balls
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's like
I fell for
I
it.
think part of it says punch him in the dinghy. That's what's off.
What is Japanese for dinghy?
Where's the buzzer?
I found it.
Does it do it at the end of the circle?
Yes.
No, it did it at the start.
Right when you push it?
Yeah, it goes.
Okay. Got you good, you.
Too much went into that.
I like it.
But I'm
All right.
tired.
Yeah. All right. So, unless anybody else has anything to add
Nope.
on Raw and Smackdown, that concludes Raw and Smackdown, and we got it done in 50 minutes.
Except you did leave out the vignettes that were on there.
Big net.
What is a vignette?
Vignettes?
Vignetti?
Well, because we've had Sanity and Almas both drafted a SmackDown, and neither of them have actually been on it yet.
Yeah.
Are
true.
they still doing vignettes for them?
They are.
Tapes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think if anything, we should just be happy that I mean, Steven's a chef. I'm happy that he didn't say vinaigrette.
Oh, there you go. Hey,
Can I have some vinegar?
No.
No.
I don't know
Because they don't have
they don't
Italian.
have it, and they don't know what the hell it is. It's more like a creamy Greek. A Caesar. What?
She came back and said it was Caesar. I was like, that's not.
That's
You,
not
you
anywhere
just
near.
wanted to say creamy Greek. Be cool.
That was her boss.
Hey. Well, sorry, buddy.
But the Sanity one did not include Nikki Cross as well.
They're not bringing her
Yeah.
up
Yeah,
with.
so
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what people were still wondering though. So
Oh, yeah.
These aren't including her. So
Yeah, no, actually, they just had her cut a pre-taped on the most recent NXT. So they're kind of bringing her back into the fold there to have a good veteran while some of these new girls come up down there.
I would have liked to see her come up with everybody, but at the same time, to have her do SmackDown dates and NXT dates might be a bit of an overload for her. So I'm okay with them keeping her down in NXT to kind of round out the ladies group down there.
It's the same thing with like Bailey when all those girls came up. They kept Bailey down there to have a leader for the new batch. So
but again, it's only a matter of time.
oh yeah,
It's only a matter of time. To keep her off the show entirely would be silly on their part. All right. This is the segment where we're rolling into not Guns N' Roses.
correct.
There you
I
go.
tossed those notes now.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Wasted time.
that's a wasted tree too.
Just wasted. All right. So we're gonna start the timer. We are gonna go into the show with
National anthems.
no.
Buzzer.
We're gonna buzz.
That's the whole time.
So
We're good. We're moving right along.
hey, we skipped right through that. So we're gonna do. You guys want to do 5-minute segments on each match? And if we use all that, cool.
Yeah.
If not, boom. All right, so here we go. We're going to start 5 minutes, bam, from now. We're going to roll into Triple H versus John Cena to open the show. I kind of felt it was a nice touch because going into a new market, going into this deal head on, it was kind of nice to see Triple H be like, I'll open it entirely and get this thing kicked off. And John Cena's like, you know what, boss, I'll go in on this with you. And they had a nice little back and
Do
forth.
you think he did that to do that, or is it to get all that energy from the first guy pop on what was potentially going to be another 6-hour show like Mania?
Yeah.
Or was it him just like, hey, I'm done, and if something goes wrong out here in the desert, I can get out of here?
Yeah.
You think Triple H saw it going south? He's like the jet's ready to go. Like I can get out of here in no time.
I liked it. You know, it was a super old school open. They just felt like they were off. Like they hadn't worked together in a while.
In the match.
In the match,
Okay.
like there was just some stuff that felt off. I think some timing was off. I think they were calling a lot of stuff on the fly, and it just I don't think it didn't click like they have in before.
Yeah.
You know, they've worked a bunch in the past, but it was a solid open. But it just didn't feel like their smoothest.
Yeah.
It wasn't a main event circa 2008 from them. I mean, this is 10 years later, but there was like you said, there was a lot of rest holds. There was, but the crowd was happy with it. They were getting wrestling. I think it was a smart way to work the match, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was a house show main event, is what they did.
Yeah.
But it was perfect in that aspect. And
They didn't work
they didn't have
too
to.
hard because it's not going.
Didn't
to
have
be,
to. I mean,
it's not blow off.
The biggest thing of it was three AAs following multiple escaped AAs in the STFU.
Yeah.
But
It was a good work match with a hot, easy crowd.
yeah, the crowd was very hot for it, and I like the old school open. I texted Johnny right away that I love how they did the tie up and Cena or Triple H overpowered, then Cena overpowered, and then body slam. It's just the
You forgot
this open. Test of strength. When's the last time you've seen test of strength on any televised event?
That wasn't jokey.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, like you guys, they worked a very smart match for what it was. It just wasn't their smoothest, and there was some bumps and some miscommunications.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still 3.5 stars in my.
Absolutely.
I thought you were crowns.
I'm just trying
Jewels
to
in
get
the
away from
crown,
slam
baby.
burgers.
Yeah. Well, if anything, I think
No carbs. I can't have a burger.
Oh yeah, well
At
you
least the
can.
bun.
Yeah, you can have the bun.
If we don't have anything else to add to that match, it was just kind of a 3-star.
It was great for what it was.
It was a great open for what's going to be a long night in the hot desert.
Absolutely. I do want to take a second to comment. Did anybody else see the chairs that the crowd on the floor was sitting in?
That's Royal Family.
That was, but they were in Lazy Boys. Like I
Yeah.
saw that, I was like, it's like going to the theater now.
Are they going to take it home?
You just see them carry
Were they
them out.
customized?
Right. This is bullshit. Just carrying a Lazy Boy out.
No, so if people wonder why like the crowd might not have sounded as big as it looked, it was the Saudi royal family was all ringside, and then there was probably a good 200 or 300 feet before the rest of the audience.
For the peasants. Yeah.
Basically is what it was. So
That place was huge.
It was.
yeah, so they didn't fill out the whole floor because they still kept the royal family
Well, and
separate.
camera work did really well in not showing that gap.
Yep.
Yeah. But just seeing
You look online, you can find those pictures though and see it though.
Yeah.
but
Johnny showed me yesterday.
But seeing all the chairs that everybody was sitting in, it's like the chairs that they replaced at the movie theater with all those recliners.
Yeah.
It's like you guys look way too comfortable for
There's
a
a
wrestling
sign
show.
seating too.
Right.
Oh, this is bullshit! You took my seat.
Right. It's like you guys are way too comfortable for a
racist
wrestling
ass.
show.
Yeah, I
you
know.
guys are too comfortable at a wrestling show. I imagine like being elbow to elbow and like, can you move your nachos? Like, no, they look
Better
way
not
too.
spill them nachos or $8.
Right, right. All right. So moving on to the next segment.
Crowns, I think they're called.
Who has the next match?
I
Was
got
it?
Cruiserweight Championship with Cedric Alexander and Kalisto. Kalisto is always good in any match I've seen him in, and Cedric, he's got a lot of talent. It was you almost should. This would have been the opener on any other pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I feel, but with Arabia's first ever event, like major event, I think it's better to start with Cena and Triple H. But this easily could have been a great, high-paced, very short match, but I think it was just perfect in every way. Honestly, I didn't see anything wrong with it.
The Selena Del Sol into the lumbar check
Yes.
for
Yeah.
the finish
Yeah.
was super smooth.
Well, even the
And
Kalisto
Kalisto's
reversing the
Zumba.
lumber check into the Rana as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
Right before
and
that. So.
Kalisto's Zumba inspired gear, the old workout pants.
Yeah.
Well, I really dug on those too.
Springboard Spanish Fly. It was beautiful.
Yeah, the seated
Oh,
one. The
yeah,
seated
seated
one.
one.
I was like, no,
Yep.
and it happened. I go, I'm done.
Yeah.
This is how you're cranking it off. No.
AR Fox does that too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see it elsewhere because I don't see too many people outside of him doing it.
For sure.
So for it to be on that stage was super nice, but it was just a really good back and forth. And the fact that it was supposed to be Buddy Murphy, but he didn't make weight, so he couldn't compete. Like I really dig that they're doing that. So like he has the weigh in, and he was 2 pounds over. He didn't make it by weigh in, so he couldn't compete. I really dug it.
I love that in WCW they used to have a 225 limit for the Cruiserweight Championship, and Jericho forced Disco Inferno to weigh in before every match.
Prince Iakea.
Or did it with Nakimaki too?
Yeah, it was Prince Iakea. They did a whole
I know
long
they did it
thing.
with Disco too. And,
Like he'd be like, I saw you at the buffet. Wait, it was great, great stuff.
but they could use this now with the actual enforcing the weight limit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and they did it again with Matt Hardy when he was cruiserweight. And he had Shannon Moore go with him.
Well, he had like the garbage bag jacket on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, running. I think he
Yeah.
might have even passed out a couple times because he was so weight
Yeah.
deprived for cutting weight.
For a second, I thought, like, didn't they also do the same thing with Crash Holly? But he carried out the scale.
Yeah, he wanted to be